Welcome to Monday Vlogs. Guys, I want to give you some updates on some projects I'm working on here right away. First thing is the TT-01e Bugaira. I can never pronounce that name, the Fat Fox body. But I've got her all trimmed up here, guys, as you can see. I've got my mud flaps here. They're going to be painted black. I've given everything a nice wash and a scuff. I've got my hitch receiver doodad here. I think that's going to be like a bright fluorescent color. That's the other one there. That one's going to be black as well. We've got the roof right here, or the hood, I should say. Not the roof, but the hood. This body's kind of interesting, the way it's designed. Really clever. You know, it's got this multiple piece design. There's the majority of it. And then you've got your cab that gets painted separately and taped on. It's all like two-sided taped on. Probably a couple screws in there too, but really a pretty cool design. And I'm really looking forward to racing these cars. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go pretty far away from box art. And on top of that, there's a million decals in this kit. So I'm kind of afraid of having to put all those on. Not afraid. It's just going to be a very time-consuming thing. And sitting for hours and hours putting decals on isn't my favorite. So I might go with a little more of a minimalist sort of a paint job and decal application, but time will tell. And I'm excited for this guy because that is part of the spec race class we're doing with the Souk Scale Racing crew. So that is going to be a ton of fun to get that bad boy on the track. So there's the chassis there. So I'm going to get building that today. I've got a bunch of buildings to do. I've still got my Dune Master I've got to build here. And then tucked way down there, I've got a Losi Micro B that has the Furatech Grasshopper brushless system for it. This right here, an ESC and a brushless motor setup that apparently really brings that sucker to life. So I am stoked to get that all done. I've got a lot of building to do. But guys, check this out. I got another car for the collection. I'm not going to show you just yet. This is a rare bird, a 1/12 scale, two-wheel drive monster truck from the 80s. Can you guys guess? Throw your guesses down in the comments below. It's not a Midnight Pumpkin, but it's by a company that starts with an M, the Marui Big Bear. Guys, look at this thing. It is in surprisingly good shape. The tires are starting to crack just a little bit there, you know, some wear over time, but overall they're still in, you know, decent condition. This is, you know, we're not going to run this thing. This is going to be a shelfer. So overall, really, really great shape. And even check out the body, guys. It's got, I hope the camera picks it up. You can kind of like see some cracking in the paint. It's like the paint's been on there for so long. This happens in the automotive world too. If people don't mix their clear coat very well, they mix it with too much hardener, it'll start to over harden. It starts to kind of crack and give this kind of cracked effect, which honestly I think looks kind of cool. Part of me really does want to do it up box art, and I might do it up box art, but for now I'm just kind of enjoying it. I don't have an exact plan with it yet. I just picked it up last weekend, so I haven't even given it a good cleanup or anything yet. Here, let's get the body off. There it is. So we've got the motor that we want back there. We've got the manual speed controller. Look how old that is, guys. It's so cool. Great shape, just needs a good cleanup. Even got a steering servo in there. We've got our questionable plug here with the adapter on it. That's so cool. Yeah, remember Marui would do their plugs backwards from Tamiya, I think is what they did. Anyway, but look at this rear suspension, guys. That is so basic. Just like a solid axle back there with just 2 coil springs. That's it, pogo shock style. And the front suspension, look at that. Like, it's so wacky and old, but it's so cool. And this is a car that so many of us would love to have in a collection. This one takes me back to the 90s, the early 90s again, where my best friend at the time, his cousin had a Big Bear. I had the Midnight Pumpkin, and we set up like an oval track out front of the house, and we used to race the two. So very, very cool car to have. Big Bear was one that's been on my radar forever, but it's just hard to find one with a good price. And then to find one local too is kind of a very, very rare thing. So I was lucky that this guy happened to be on Vancouver Island. Super stoked to have added that guy to the collection. And guys, just a little more feedback on the DT-04 Next Gen Fighter, or Fighter Next Gen, I guess. I want to call it the Next Gen Fighter, but I guess it is Fighter Next Gen. Guys, this buggy is awesome. If you are on the fence about maybe getting one, maybe not, for the price point, just do it. Right out of the box, it's got the torque tune motor. Or sorry, was it the torque tuned or was it the other one? Yeah, I think it's a torque tuned. 1060 waterproof brushed ESC. Some people say they're kind of don't love the look of it. Personally, I love it. I love this chunky plastic look. I think it looks really cool. It's just very different. The driver figure I love. I think it looks great. And the way everything fits, you can put a modern lipo in here. You know, it's not blazing fast or anything like that, but it's a really fun kit to build. If you're new to the hobby, I'd say definitely grab one because they just go together so nice and easy. They're fun to drive. They've got great suspension, great handling characteristics, and they're inexpensive and look super rad. I had a lot of fun with this one. I'm not done with it yet. I'm going to take it to the track next, actually. I want to see how it performs. I'm going to have to put some better tires on the back there. And then the suspension's the one thing you can't really do a bunch of tuning with because the shock shafts have the piston integrated into the shaft. So it's not, you can't change the piston in the shocks. You can only tune your shocks via shock oil and preload clips. Change things up a little bit up here. I've got the RC10 commemorative shelf right here. I got a little bit of heat in the comment section on this video, my review of the RC10 four-wheel drive. And I think it was last Monday's vlog where I kind of explained my position on it. I thank all you guys that are saying, hey man, like you don't have to worry about having an opinion on a car. And you're right, I don't have to worry about it. I mean, this is my opinion. We've all got one, right? At the end of the day, it's an absolutely gorgeous car. I don't want to drive it a whole bunch. For all you guys out there that are going to drive yours, I wish you all the best. Have fun with it. It is a cool car. For me, it's going to sit right up here. And then I got to find a way to get this beautiful RC10T up there with them. I got to redo this whole room eventually because I'm just running out of space and this TV, I don't use it here anymore. So that'll have to leave. Speaking of making up some space, I've decided I am going to sell my Arrma Big Rock 2 to 3S. Just been driven once for my review. So if anybody's interested in that and you're local, let me know, shoot me a message. And if you want to pick that up, I'll sell it to you for a good price. Again, I just got to make more room, guys. I'm not really into collecting Arrmas. I do have a couple that I'm not ever going to let go of, like my Mojave 6S. That thing is a beast. That's not going anywhere. And I love that Fury 2 to 3S. That guy's going to be coming racing with me. But there's only so much time and there's only so much room and there's only so many RC tokens a guy can spend. So I got to start selling some of these cars. So if you want that one, let me know. Shoot me a message or an email. Find me on Facebook, whatever, and we can arrange a sale. And check this out, guys. This company called GT Power sent over a couple battery chargers, some light kits and stuff like that. Check this out. Car engine sound, like a simulated engine sound system. Really, really cool. Big blower fan here. So I'll be doing some videos on this stuff coming up down the line as well. I don't do a ton of tech review kind of stuff, but I'm starting to get into it. The drones, for example, like not generating a lot of views. I think that drone video from Saturday is probably like my worst performing review video yet. But drones are new to the channel, so I get it. You know, I'm kind of sticking my neck out there a little bit, getting away from the meat and potatoes of RC, ground RC, and getting into aerial RC with these drones and helicopters and stuff. A few of you guys have been leaving comments saying, hey, why don't you do a cleanup video for us as well? Which I love to see. I love to get that kind of feedback from you guys. In fact, I actually did an RC cleanup video about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. So if you look back in my archive, my catalog, but I think I will do an updated how to clean your RCs video in the near future. And here's why. I've been using these Cow RC cleaning products right here. And some of these are for cleaning, some of these are for lubrication. More on that in an upcoming video because I do have some more Cow RC stuff coming to the channel. And I'll tell you, they've got this silicone protector spray. Which one is it? It is this one, the RC silicone protector. This is a beautiful product. I sprayed it on my Arrma Fury 2 to 3S. Before I took it out, I got it all muddy in that run. It just washes off so easily. So I'll put together another cleanup video, kind of like a more up-to-date cleanup video in the future. Speaking of cleaning up, I got to clean up this hobby room because it's a mess. I'm gonna go get cleaned up myself, start my week off right, and get this TT-01e built up so I can take it racing next weekend. Guys, thank you so much for watching the Monday vlog. Have an awesome day, and remember, be excellent to each other.